Gacchami, Sangham Saranam Gacchami, Dutiyampi Buddham Saranam Gacchami, Dutiyampi Dhammam Saranam Gacchami, Dutiyampi Sangham Saranam Gacchami, Tatiyampi Buddham Saranam Gacchami, Tatiyampi Dhammam Saranam Gacchami, Tatiyampi Sangham Saranam Gacchami.
I go to the Buddha for refuge. I go to the Dhamma for refuge. I go to the Sangha for refuge. For the second time, I go to the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha for refuge. For the third time, I go to the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha for refuge. Observing the five precepts. Panatipata Veramani Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami Adhiladana Veramani Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami Amisumichacharam Veramani Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami Musavada Veramani Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami Sugamiraya Majapamadatthana Veramani Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami Imani Pancha Sikkhapadami Samadhiyami Imani Pancha Sikkhapadami Samadhiyami Imani Pancha Sikkhapadami Samadhiyami. I observe the precept to abstain from killing living things. I observe the precept to abstain from taking things not given. I observe the precept to abstain from sexual misconduct. I observe the precept to abstain from false speech. I observe the precept to abstain from consuming anything that causes intoxication or illness. I undertake to observe these five precepts properly. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you, everyone. So, we'll start our meditation session now. So, before we start, maybe I will introduce our meditation teacher today. Our name will be Dr. Kama. Dr. Kama is currently a lecturer in the University of Nottingham, Malaysia, and also a doctorate in environmental and resource studies from Mahidol University, Thailand. Dr. Kama also has a master's degree in Buddhist studies from the International Buddhist College. So let us now invite Dr. Kama to lead us in the meditation.
So I will let Dr. Tenzin to guide you all through the Pranayama today. Okay. So I give an opportunity to Dr. Tenzin to do breathing exercises first. While we wait for the rest to come, it's also part of it. So they will miss. So you again. So okay. So start.
So sit comfortably. Please. Bring your back straight. Eyes, up to you whether you want to close or open. Usually we do it with the semi-closed, so that if it is fully open also sometimes we are distracted by seeing things. If fully closed, sometimes people tend to sleep off. So semi-closed. And then the position is very important. Your spine has to be straight so that the wind flows. Wind flow is like what is called. The wind can flow properly when you're straight. Otherwise, when you bend or it is not straight, then there is an obstruction in your meditation as well. So we do the breathing exercise first, as always said by Dr. Rama. You use the left hand, and with the ring finger you block your nostril and breathe in from the other nostril, and then you block that one with the thumb and then release from the other. So we repeat that for 3 times, and then we do it with the both nostrils. So okay, block the right nostril with your ring finger and breathe in from the left nostril, and block the left nostril with the thumb and breathe out from the right nostril. Breathe in from the right and block that and breathe out from the left. So that is 1 set, yeah. So we do 3 sets. Okay, breathe in, out from the other nostril, out, in, out. Again, in from that same nostril, out, in, out. And as you breathe in, be aware that you are breathing in. And when you breathe out, be aware that you are breathing out. In, out, in, out. Now put both your hands on the lap with the left underneath and right on the top, and touch your thumbs and then put it on your lap, and your arm not too close to the ribs or the skin, because that is, you have to keep a space where the air flows. If it is too close, when you are feeling hot or something, then you will tend to sleep off or uneasiness. So a little bit open like that so that the air passes. And then you breathe in from both nostrils and breathe out from both nostrils. In, out. As you breathe in, be aware that you're breathing in, and breathe out, and be aware that you're breathing out. In, out. In, breathe out. Inhale, exhale. Now again you repeat by blocking the one nostril and the other. Releasing. So use again the 2 fingers, the ring finger and the thumb, to block and release. So now what we have done by blocking and with the both nostril is 1 set. So we're going to do the 3 sets, yeah? So we do again, like block your right nostril with the ring finger, and breathe in from the left nostril, and block the left with the thumb, and breathe out from the right nostril. And now in from the right, and out from the left nostril. And likewise, as earlier said, as you breathe in, be aware that you're breathing in. And as you breathe out, be aware that you're breathing out. In, out. again from with the both nostrils. Your hands on the lap, with the right hand on the left with the thumbs joined together. And with both nostrils, breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in, out, in, out, breathe in, breathe out. Again you do with the blocking of one nostril and breathing in from the other. So this is the third set. Yeah? So block your right nostril with the ring finger and breathe in from left nostril. And breathe out from the right nostril. In from the right nostril and out from the left. Again in from the left, out from the right, in from the right, out from left. Breathe in from the left nostril and breathe out from the right, and in from right, out from left. So when you do breathing in and out from both nostrils, is supposed to be one set. So when you do the 3 set, and then you do the breathing in and out again from both nostrils. Breathe in and be aware that you're breathing in. Out. Be aware that you're breathing out. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. So now we will take a deep breath in, very long breath, and then when you breathe out, you do it in a short, small breath out, and then count it to 10. In one shot, and then out is you breathe out not in one time, but in smaller, small, 10 times. And then not from the chest, but from the abdomen, from the diaphragm. So breathe in and breathe out in a short breath. Again, breathe in, breathe out. One more time, breathe in. As you breathe in, you fill up the whole abdomen, and then breathe out. So you do that as well for 3 rounds. Yeah? One more time. So slowly, slowly, as you do it on a daily basis, then you can increase your out breath for more times, shorter and longer, more times. Now we are doing 10 times. We can go up to 100 also. One breath in and out can be 100 also. So increase it slowly, slowly. So, okay. So now we do a very deep breath in, and then we release it out. And then you can also make a sound of like releasing all the stress out. So breathe in, a deep breath. Releasing all the stress out. Just breathe in and then release it out. Two more times. One more time. You can feel the difference or not? Light in the shoulder, everywhere. Just release it, the stress.
So you all can come to the front, you know. Don't leave the one.
You can rub your fingers, hands, and then just put it over the eyes, and face, and everywhere.
Thank you. So, how was the pranayama just now? Good? Effective? Very good. So, this is the start. We call it the preliminary exercises for meditation. So, where do we start today? I don't have anything planned for you. So it's one time where I don't have any lesson plan that I need to run, PowerPoint presentation that I need to adhere to. I want to be free and easy. What do you want to learn? There's so many meditation techniques. Which one would you like to explore today? Your wish is my command.
I think this one. Our focus.
Improve your focus. So your aspiration is to improve your focus. Okay?
Focus and clarity of what I want.
Okay?
Sharp, vivid.
Okay. So you want a focus-based meditation. That means an object-based meditation.
Perhaps if that's what everyone here agrees on.
I think we can. Shall we accommodate Matthew's request? Right? Any other ideas? Anybody else? We're good? Yeah. So okay. So who can guess what I'm going to teach then? Basically, let me first guide you through the basics of meditation. Yeah, because we have new comers today. Sheila, who is a teaching staff here, right, from the School of Humanities, and also met my student from third year student, right? So both are new to this session, and welcome back to the rest of my friends. So okay, Tashidele and Namo Buddhaya to those also who are viewing online. Okay, welcome and thank you for joining. So basically, well, how can I explain meditation to you in simple terms? Anyone? Anyone understands meditation? Enough for me not to struggle every lesson. Oh,
Can we ask?
you can ask, and you can ask And if you get it right, then you make my job easier. Okay.
I think about what I should ask. So, is it a complete separation from reality? Is it?
Look at my facial expression. What do you think? Okay, so very good question. Okay, and this is one of the major illusions or delusions about meditation, I would say, is to think that we are using meditation as a getaway from reality, right? Meditation does the exact opposite. It actually makes you confront reality. And this is what we are most afraid of. And that's why we run away from meditation, because meditation makes us face our realities, our emotions head on. And our emotions, our minds, our thoughts, sensations, yeah? All these may or may not be pleasant. It could be something completely unwanted by your mind. Okay? So maybe before you start asking about focus, so let me explain to you what mind is. Okay? So because you meditate with what? You must meditate with a mind. So who can meditate? Can a stone meditate? Well, do animals have mind? But can animals meditate? You would like to think that your cat meditates, yeah? Because the cat is always single pointedly focused on the mouse or the birds, right? But they may be focused, but they are not meditating. And what is the prerequisite for meditation to happen? Cats also have consciousness from the Buddhist philosophical point of view, according to the teachings of the Buddha. But the ability, the degree of sentience is different. So which means their ability to cognize and translate the information to overcome their mental delusions is lacking. So which means that of all the species in the world, I'm not quite sure if we could train an orangutan to meditate. I'm not sure, right? But I'm very sure that I can train you to meditate, a human being. And we have 8 billion of us on planet Earth now, and growing. So all these 8 billion people, we have the ability, and it is our birthright to meditate. Now, the name meditation itself is such a put off for so many people because it sounds very daunting, difficult. It's as if meditation is out of this world. But meditation is the simplest thing on planet Earth, at least for me. Second to breathing only. So I put to you this proposition that meditation is actually our nature, but the other things that we do are actually something that we really need to learn. So what I'm bringing you through is a process of unlearning whatever that you have been doing all this while, in order to come back to your original self and to just do nothing. So we learned from young to do many things. We learn how to talk, we learn how to walk, we learn how to compare, complain. Yeah, we learn how to do many things, to form opinions, cling on to beliefs, ideas, all this cultural conditioning. We learn about ourselves, or what society tells us what self is. We learn about our gender, which is a social construct. Everything we learn from our environment, our parents, basically our environment where we were brought up. Correct? And then what happens is that so what happens is that we become very complicated. So what if I put to you that meditation is just undoing those things, sort of your, like, if you have okay, how many of you know something about cars or batteries? So have you ever opened the bonnet of your car? Okay, and then have you ever, okay, bad example. But anyway, for those of you who have opened the bonnets of your cars, have you ever seen that your battery sometimes gets there's something that is accumulated there, some sort, right? Some sort like a white substance, right? And that's right. So you will ideally want to like scrape it off, right? Okay. And then every day, what we do in our shower is that we scrape off all the dirt from our bodies, correct? So can you understand that I'm actually trying to scrape off the dirt from your mind by training you to be simple yet functional? In fact, even more functional than when you were complicated. So you can, I don't need to train you to focus, because you're already focused on tantalizing sights, sound, smell, touch, yeah? What else? Taste, and also tantalizing ideas, indulging in ideas, beliefs, thoughts, past, future, likes, dislikes. So you already have all those things. We are already very, very complicated. So meditation makes you just go back a little bit and reflect as to whether complicated is something which you desire and which is something that brings about happiness, or simplicity. And I'm talking about the mental level. I'm not talking about you're selling your car, your clothes, abandoning your degrees, and living in the forests on subsistence economy. No. I propose the idea to you that you can be in a mansion, you can be the CEO of the most the greatest company on planet Earth. You could be like Donald Trump, very successful businessman and now the President of America. Lots of responsibilities, dozens of ideas, complicated, right? But as in, like, from the outside complicated. But what if I tell you, let's say Donald Trump meditates and he's actually the most simple person inside, but looks complicated from outside? Which means that he doesn't abandon his cars, his Trump Tower in Chicago, his White House. He doesn't abandon anything. But at the same time, what he abandons is the filth of the mind. So he's actually pretty chill inside, but looks complicated from outside. That means he has everything in terms of his possessions, title, power, prestige, popularity, and yet at the same time, it doesn't define him as a human being. He's detached from that. So now you understand meditation, or it has become more complicated for you? Because Matt is the philosopher. So today's meditation session has to have a flavor of philosophy, right? Which I have never taught meditation in such a way. But today, because you are in front of me, I have to put meditation in a very philosophical way. So, which I hope you are beginning to appreciate, that we are actually trying to simplify things, and we are highly focused on everything else except our own minds. And focusing on the own mind is one of the most natural things to do, like swallowing your food and breathing. But it's just that we have forgotten. We have gone so far away to the point of no return. And then now it's like I'm taking a lassoing you back towards your own self. Don't ask me who is self first. That is the subject for the 6th class called Vipassana, Insight Meditation. So today we will do mindfulness. So you say you want to learn how to focus. So I will give you focus through the teaching of mindfulness. Okay? So what is mindfulness? Mindfulness is remembrance. It's remembering to look at one point, one object, to the exclusion of everything, moment to moment. Can you do that? Can we try? So mindful doesn't mean you have a mind full of stuff. So mindful actually is a mind which has no stuff except for that one point in front of you. So actually it's a bit of a misnomer, mindful, you know. So people say you're not mindful. Because I already have my mind so full. It's already full. Yeah? So how can I be mindful? You should say I'm mindless, because that's actually mindless sounds closer to actual meaning of mindfulness. In Sanskrit, mindfulness, we call it smriti, remembrance. You remember. Pali, we call it sati, right? And Tibetan, we call it mindfulness. Drenpa, to remember, right? So now, how many of you guys have some kind of a forgetful problem? Forgetful. Okay, so this class is for you. Okay. So now, day in and day out, if you practice this very simple technique, your power of remembrance will become more and more and more. So first, let's do what Venerable Dr. Tenzin has taught you just now. Just follow me, okay? And then put your right hand over your left hand, your back straight, your two thumbs joining together, like this, like a mountain. And then just remember what Dr. Tenzin told you just now. Breathing in, I'm aware that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I'm aware that I'm breathing out. In, out, in, out. Breathing in, I'm aware that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I'm aware that I'm breathing out. In, out, in, out. So now continue. But the rule is the game. The rule of the game you must understand. The game is to focus on the point at your nostril, the breathing in and breathing out like a gatekeeper. So you can imagine it as like some sort of a point. It's just like a footballer is focused on the football. A cricketer is focused on the cricket ball, right? Correct? So a badminton player is focused on the badminton, right? The what is that called? The shuttlecock, right? So now you're focused on your breath. So you could visualize that your breath is like if you find it so difficult to visualize it as, to look at it as breathing in and breathing out, just think that there is some sort of a ball, a small ball stuck on your nose like a clown. You visualize that and just focus on that ball. So breathing in, I'm aware that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I'm aware that I'm breathing out. So your face has to be straight, your body straight, your back straight, your face not going down but smiling. Put a smile on your face. So now your job is just to look at one point, and that is your breath. Breathing in, I'm aware that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I'm aware that I'm breathing out. In, out, in, out. So now the rule of the game is like this. Whatever comes, okay, you cannot chase. Okay? I give you few rules today. Cannot chase the object, any other thing other than stick to the object of meditation like glue. So you learned just now about chipko movement. Chip means like sticking, like in Hindi, like sticking to something like glue. Even the name for the lizard is chipkali. That means it's something that sticks to the walls, sticking. So your job is to be sticking to the breath. In, out, yeah? So just breathe in. So now, you cannot do 4 things. And when I tell you not to do, you will do it anyway, yeah? Okay? Trust me on this. I test you. The first rule, cannot go to the past. Second rule, cannot go to the future. Third rule, you cannot grasp at what you like. And fourth rule, you cannot push away what you don't like. I repeat, first rule, you cannot go to the past. Second rule, can't go to the future. The third rule, whatever that is pleasing from outside, you cannot latch on to it. You cannot grasp at it. You cannot cling to it. You cannot follow it. And the fourth rule, whatever you don't like, you cannot kick it out. You have to. And when you see those things happening, you have got to quickly run back to your breath. So how not to lose the game? If you end up following any of this, you lose the game. So breathing in, I'm aware that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I'm aware that I'm breathing out. Should your mind travel to the past, or to the future, or towards likes or dislikes, past, future, like, dislike, if your mind travels to the past or to the future, you're grabbing something that you like, or you're pushing away something that you don't like, then you lose the game. So in order not to lose the game, quickly take refuge in your breath. Breathing in, I'm aware that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I'm aware that I'm breathing out. In, out, in, out. Breathing in, I'm aware that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I'm aware that I'm breathing out. Okay, so now come out from the meditation by opening your eyes and very quickly tell me how many of you won the game. Such a simple game. Just ask you to just look at the clown's nose on your nose. That's it, that red one. You can't go to the past. You're not allowed to go to the future. No grabbing at things you like. No pushing away things you don't like. How many of you won? You won? For how many seconds?
I don't know. I just like
Roughly.
Yeah.
All the time? Some of the time?
all the time.
Oh, wow. Okay. So you can go back to meditation. Go back. Go back. So for those of us who were not successful, so now why you were not successful? What came in between you and your goal to stay with the breath? Past? Thoughts of the day. What types of thoughts? So that means past or future. Exactly. So that's why my theory is very simple in meditation, that the human mind is a primitive one. It only does 4 things. One is it goes to the past, the other it goes to the future, one it's going to likes, and the other one is going to dislikes. You believe me or you don't believe me? So how many of you were in the realm of the past?
I'm not sure
Okay.
if this is right, but I keep thinking about the things that I don't think anyone can change.
Is it something that is pleasing or not very pleasing? Something you would wish away or something that you would like to see more?
It's not pleasing.
So which means that is something that you're pushing away. So it falls under one of the 4. So now this is a fundamental rule of my game. Okay, you call it Dr. Karma's rules. I'm the boss of the game. Okay, I tell you to play. If you don't play the game right, you just lose. Okay, all right. Now what you are doing is that Dr. Karma says, Don't go to the past. Don't go to the future. Don't grab at something you like, and don't push something you dislike. And you all went and did exactly the opposite.
But what if I just
Because I suggested something that you shouldn't do, you did it anyway because that's how your mind is programmed. To do something that I tell you not to do. Because that's the human mind.
but if it's just pops up while I was breathing, then that means I
So that one is something unpleasant. And you wanted to wish it away.
not exactly.
Roughly. Okay, if you had more time, what would you do with the thought?
It is what it is.
Okay, let's try then. If it's that simple, then we should try again. Come. Okay? So, breathing in. I'm aware that I'm breathing in. Breathing out. I'm aware that I'm breathing out. In. Out. In. So now, I want you to think of the past, to conjure up the future, to search for something that you like, or to push away something that you dislike. Come on, conjure up something. Suddenly you want the future to come, you yearn for it. Come future, come, future thought. And then the past thought also. No past thoughts. Strange. You should be here. Create one. And then your mind is at peace. No. You have to think of something that you like. And then something that you don't like. Think. Let it come. Do that. Just completely indulge in the past and future, like and dislikes. So now I'm giving you a safe space to go on and grab whatever you want. And if you don't grab, you lose the game. Grab it, come on. Past must go into the past. Come on, go into the future. Come on. If it's not here yet, make one up. No like thoughts, nothing to grab. Find something to grab, yeah? Nice smell, nice touch, nice taste, nice thought. Or something, and nothing to dislike. Think of something. Dislike something. Create something. And go after it. Just go. I let you all loose into the endless frontier of past, future, likes, dislikes. Come on, play, my children, play. Run after those things, those four things, as if you're chasing a ball in the vast fields, the pastures, the meadows. Okay? If you haven't found one, you must find one. One of the four. Or maybe all four. Come on, let's experiment whether you can have all four thoughts at the same time. Past, future, likes, dislikes. Okay? And at the same time, breathing in, I'm aware that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I'm aware that I'm breathing out. And then you run after the four thoughts. Okay. In 3, 2, 1, you will open your eyes. Count of 3. 3, 2, 1, open. Which was my question to you is, where was your mind? How was your mind, running away or more focused this time? When I asked you to run away, where did you go? Where did you go? You really went back? Very both agak Caribbean. So when you went into childhood, what was the, can you feel some kind of inner desire that you want to stay there, or you don't want to see this, or you want to know more, and then you just go grabbing and following, and just, it's called the trail of delusion. Just going on and on and on, and it will proliferate like a mushroom cloud, like an A-bomb. Or how many of you had the exact opposite? When I tell you to do it, you did not do it. And you had a very nice meditation where you just focused on the ball. How many of you just ended up focusing on the ball and you didn't listen to me? So which one is better? I tell you not to focus on the past and future, or I tell you to run after it? Which one is a better instruction? If I tell you to focus, but if I tell you to run, you will run. So which one is better? So it's opposite, right? So if I tell you to run after the four thoughts, you will focus. If I tell you not to run after the four thoughts, you will run. It's a reverse psychology. So today, it just shows that, don't listen to the monks lah. Because we will tell you good things and then you do the exact opposite. And we are not allowed to tell you bad things. So then how to do good things? If we are not supposed to be telling you to do bad things, and we tell you the good things and you don't want to do it anyway, so how should we train you? So now you understand some parts of your mind, how the mind is just like stubborn. It's just so stubborn that that's the reason, and very complicated. Our minds are not straightforward. If I tell you something, you'll do the exact opposite. So next time when you have kids, when you tell them to do something, they do the exact opposite, right? Okay, so now enough of experimenting. Shall we get some mindfulness base? Yeah. So before that, before we go into another round of experiment on mindfulness, let me give you some theory about mindfulness. Mindfulness means we remember something. So remember what? So we have very little mental power to remember things. Now, what does it take to remember?
Sense of purpose.
Sense of purpose. Can we make it into a tool rather than a philosophy? So what do you need as a tool to make you remember? So can you give me one technique that will help you remember to stay to the object of meditation? Visualize what? You tell me. The nose. That red nose. Does it work? It's cute. You like it? But I do, yeah. Touch, okay, very good. So when you want to touch, okay, let's try. Raise your hands and touch your heart. And now you feel your hand on your heart, and at the same time the bells of mindfulness are ringing now. So whatever sight, sound, smell, taste, touch, thought that arises, think of it as a bell of mindfulness, and bring your mind back to your breath and your hand. The breath, by default, you must watch, or should I say, just abandon it. Who cares, right? For the breath, don't even bother. Don't bother about the breath, and you will go to the breath. Bother about the breath, and you will run away from the breath. Okay, so now you touch your heart. I want you to feel your heartbeat. I want you to feel your palms touching your ribcage, your chest. Tell me how it feels like. The touch, the texture, the warmth, the vibration. please take note. But at the same time, you are breathing. You are breathing in. You tell yourself, breathing in, I'm aware that I'm breathing in. So focus your mind on your nostril, breathing in and breathing out. So breathing in, breathing out, but at the same time, your hand is still at your heart center, but you are grounded now. So you're grounded in your heart center, but at the same time, you know you're breathing in and you know you're breathing out. So now you take that same hand, you put it at the top of your head. And then feel the hand touching your hair. How does your hair feel? Soft, hard? Feel any sensation, any vibration at the top of your head? Any warmth? But you still maintain focus on your breath. Breathing in, I'm aware that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I'm aware that I'm breathing out. In, out. In, out. Okay? So now you touch your forehead. You feel your forehead, your palm touching the skin of your forehead. And then you feel some vibration, or you feel the texture of the skin, the tone, the temperature. You feel your hand, your palms touching your forehead. The bone, you can feel hardness or softness, suppleness. And then you tell yourself, breathing in, I'm aware that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I'm aware that I'm breathing out. Right? And then next, you touch your throat with the same hand. Note the difference. You might even feel a pulse. So feel any vibration. Feel the hand touching the neck, how it feels like. So breathing in, I'm aware that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I'm aware that I'm breathing out. In, out. In, out. So you might even feel a pulse. Whatever you feel, gently bring your mind back to your breath. This is just to ground you, but your ultimate focus is still your breath. And if your mind has wandered to the past, or goes to the future, or chases after something it likes, or chases after something it doesn't like, just let it be lah. Go and chase, doesn't matter. Chase, it's okay. I think you catch my drift. It means, for newcomers, if your mind has wandered into the 4 directions, past, future, like, dislike, gently bring your awareness back to your breath. If it has wandered again and again and again, just like a rope, you lasso your mind back to your breath. Breathing in, you're aware that you're breathing in. Breathing out, you're aware that you're breathing out, with the added focus on the touch, the temperature, the vibration, sensation of your throat. Right? And then once more you go back to your heart center. Breathing in, you're aware that you're breathing in. Breathing out, you're aware that you're breathing out. You're touching your heart center. In, out. So you're grounding your mind in your breath, and at the same time you're also grounding your mind in something tangible, because your breath is intangible. It's difficult to focus. So sometimes you might need an extra pair of hands, literally. Here you go, the hand that touches the heart grounds you to the present moment. In, out, in. Stay there for 2 minutes, just touching your heart, being aware of your heartbeat. You can feel it. You can feel the sensation, the warmth. You can feel the rib cage. You can feel your chest going up and down. You can feel you can feel the solidity, the hardness, or the softness, temperature, cold or hot. At the same time, you're still focusing on the breath. Isn't it amazing? You can focus on the breath and at the same time ground yourself in something tangible. If your mind has wandered to the past or the future, or running after something that you like, or pushing away something that you don't like, gently bring your awareness back to your breath. Don't follow, don't suppress, don't control, don't latch on to it. Just your job is to do nothing else other than to focus on the breath. No need to calculate, no need to scheme, no need to scam, no need to worry, no need to do anything. Just relax, enjoy, sit back and enjoy the show. Breathing in, I'm aware that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I'm aware that I'm breathing out. In, out. In, out. Breathing in, I'm aware that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I'm aware that I'm breathing. Slowly, slowly, your mind will start to settle down in the present moment. No past, no future, no likes, no dislikes. You're just relaxing in this vast empty space within your own mind. And you have no interest in going after anything. You don't want to go to the past. You don't want to go to the future, because you are already so content in the present moment. And if you just have no desire to go to the past or future, likes or dislikes, you just want to chill in the present moment, that is called meditation. Simple as that. So you understand what meditation is all about? Or roughly understand? Was there? Can you tell me your experience of the grounding?
I think it's a familiar, it feels familiar. And the only time where I can feel this way, strangely, is when I'm very sick of that. It's the time where I can't do anything. So I just focus on, I feel more when I'm sick. I guess that's one way to explain it. I don't know how.
You want me to try to explain it? Do you think that
It's like I'm aware that I'm breathing. At the same time, I know that I can't do anything else. But I get to feel my heartbeat, and just now, it's a very subtle feeling. I'm aware of the things that I'm hearing, but at the same time, I listen to my body. Is that right?
and where were you at that time? Where was your mind
At the moment,
at that time? Going to the past?
no, nothing at all.
Going to the future? You could stay with the object,
My body.
basically, but you still remembered your breath no matter what.
Yes.
right? And you were just there,
Yep.
not doing anything, not trying to be anything, not grasping at anything. You just let it be. So that's the rule of meditation. Meditation is just coming back to yourself, breathe through an object of meditation, which the best is we call the breath, because it has been with you from the time you were born and will be with you until your last breath. And that breath is so natural that anytime you need to you need something to ground yourself in, the breath is there. And then you have your hands to ground you, right? So all these things help to ground you. So which one is better? Meditation with the hand or without the hand? Some people would prefer with, some people prefer without, right? So for those of you who are first timers, this is very useful because it helps to ground you into the present moment, right? So shall we try again, everyone? So I think it's very important for you to but this time I don't want you to use your hands. I want you to use the power of your visualization. So you ground yourself in your body, but without using your hands. Because the hands may be painful, right? Tiring. So I tell you what. Breathing in, I'm aware that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I'm aware that I'm breathing out. In, out, in, out. So you have nothing really to do, breathing in. You're aware that you're breathing in. Breathing out, you're aware that you're breathing out. In, out, in, out. Breathing in, you tell yourself, breathing in, I'm aware that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I'm aware that I'm breathing out. In, out. In, out. So you're just focusing on your breath to the exclusion of everything else. But instead of losing yourself, you become more aware, more alive. So now, without the hand, you go to the crown of your head, focus at the crown center. At the crown center, at the center of your head, just visualize one point, just like a chickpea or one grain of dal. It can be any color, yellow dal, yeah. It can be orange dal, green dal, but not big ones like kidney beans. Just a very small pea. A chickpea on your head. Just visualize that and just breathing. Tell yourself, breathing in, I'm aware that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I'm aware that I'm breathing out. In, out, in, out. So I want you to now note, you just need to note it down in your mind. How does it feel at the moment? What sensations can you feel on the crown of your head? Something tingling, something hot, some strain or stress. Just note it down. the same time, breathing in, I'm aware that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I'm aware that I'm breathing out. In, out. So you just notice, bring your awareness to the crown of your head, at the middle of your head, at the point, the middle point, and visualize a chickpea there, or one grain of the lentils. And while you're breathing in and out, you're also noting the sensation, whether it's a tingling sensation, whether it's warm, whether it is tight or loose, strenuous, stressful. And then once you have noted it, you can go to the next. You go to the temple. Temple is not the temple, outside there. This is the temple. Okay, go to the temple. And if you have seen Frankenstein, there are two buttons like button mushrooms sticking out of your temple. You can visualize something like that. And just try to feel the sensation. Whether you have a tight feeling or a loose feeling, itchy, tingling, hot, cold, no feeling, or getting headache, or if you already have a headache, watch your headache, just look at it. And then you go to your eyes. You just visualize your eyes as they are and feel whether the eyes, because your eyes are shut now, visualize, feel how the eyes, is it tight? Are they tight? Any vibration, any movement? Note one by one how the crown, the temple, the eyes, whether it's cold or hot, moving or still, any kind of sensation, anything at all. Just note it, but ground yourself also in. Breathing in, I'm aware that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I'm aware that I'm breathing out. In, out. Okay. Now, I want you to visualize, not to say visualize, look at your tongue. See where is your tongue at the moment? Is it resting on the upper palate? If it's resting on the upper palate of your mouth, note how does it feel. Is it a slimy feeling? Wet feeling? Like a sandpaper tongue? Dry? Moist? Light? Heavy? You know your tongue, yeah? And then go to your throat. At the center of your throat, for the guys, your Adam's apple. For the girls, you can visualize like a thyroid gland. And feel at the center of your throat any particular sensation, warmth, your ears, feel your ears, any heat coming up from your ears. Are your ears twitching? Any movement? Any tingling sensation? Any itch? Note down every single sensation, feeling that arises in your entire face. Is your face tight or relaxed? Are your facial muscles relaxed? Are you smiling? And if you're smiling, feel the muscles. Which muscles are causing your face to smile? How does it feel? Painful? Natural? Made up? Tight? Irritating? Itchy? Then go down to your heart center. Visualize a bright light in your heart center and feel the vibrations of your heart, your heartbeat. Whether your heart is peaceful or tight, spacious or narrow, bright or dark, strained or stressed, or open and vast. Feel it. Any pain, any tingling sensation, any radiating pain. And now you go to your hands. If you're in meditation posture, feel how the two fingers are touching one another. Note the feeling of one hand over the other hand while maintaining focus on your breath. Breathing in, I'm aware that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I'm aware that I'm breathing out. If your mind has wandered to the past, future, like or dislike, gently bring your mind back to your breath. And at the same time, feel your two thumbs joined together. Feel, truly feel. Feel your one hand over the other and feel your arms resting on your laps. Feel it. And feel your buttocks touching the meditation cushion. Just feel. Is it painful? Is it strenuous? Is it warm? Is it cold? Just know. No need to ask too many questions. No need to analyze it. Just feel. Feel your legs touching the floor. Be fully present, where you're aware from head to toe what is arising in your body, how your entire body feels, and how it feels when your body touches the ground, or one organ touching the other, one hand touching a leg or a hip. Feel it. Breathing in, you're aware that you're breathing in. Breathing out, you're aware that you're breathing out. If there is a pain, also note down the pain. But don't lose focus. Don't talk. Don't giggle. Don't waste your precious human rebirth. Your leg is painful. Simply change your position. But don't lose your focus. Because we are training you to develop your memory. Training you to focus on the tiniest, minuscule things that you have taken for granted. Beginning with your breath. You're training to watch your breath. Then you're training to watch the sensations that arise in your body, what it feels like at each point. You're training to be grounding your mind in just the very basic experience of sensation. Of course, you'd rather watch TV, but TV makes you mindless. Meditation induces mindfulness, enhances your mindfulness. Mindfulness is the foundation of meditation. Mindfulness is the core. If your mindfulness means your mind is right here, in the here and now, not running to the past, not running to the future, no likes, no dislikes. It simply is. Nothing to do, nowhere to go, nothing to grasp, nothing to be, nothing to become. It just is. And just enjoy that awareness of the present moment. Breathing in, you're aware that you're breathing in. Breathing out, you're aware that you're breathing out. Okay, so now gently open your eyes. It's okay. Please tell me how the experience was. Could you follow? Were you distracted? But you could follow. And do you feel that you're noticing things that you've never seen before? Can you tell me what? Right. What else?
I saw colors.
You're not supposed to be seeing the colors. You're supposed to be only looking at what's here in your body, not the colors. But in case you saw it also, just leave it. Whatever you see in your meditation, also don't attach to it. Gently bring your mind back to your breath, okay? Because the colors and all are just displays of the mind. Right?
Was brief.
It comes, yeah. So our job is not to latch on to it. It's just to look at the sensations in the here and the now. Anything else? When things come, when things come and go, you just watch it as if you're watching TV.
It was like that.
If it is like that, and you know that you just let it come and let it go, then that's absolutely fine. Feel sleepy? Feel tired? How many of you feel worse than you first started out? Do you understand the point of this exercise? What is the point of this exercise? You wanted to focus, right? And you went through, yeah. So now I just want to take 5 minutes to tell you the connection between mindfulness and awareness. So mindfulness is the forerunner of awareness. Okay? So mindfulness is like how to say, the ground of everything that you do. If you have mindfulness, the next time you go into a car, right, you will know you are driving a car. That means you finally take note that the act of driving a car, which we never looked at before, that is mindfulness. That means you remember, and when you're crossing a road, you know you're crossing a road. Not putting the headphones and crossing Uni Village, and when the light is red in color. I've seen so many of you doing it before with this, and then the phone, and then going here, and then there's a truck coming from Broga, and you're not aware. You don't know. And it's dark, and wearing black t-shirt, black pants, and never stop at the pedestrian traffic light, because you are not mindful. I'm not saying you, as in like students are not mindful. So what is mindfulness? Mindfulness means whatever that you do, you are fully aware. You truly know what it is. So now I want to draw to you mindfulness, awareness, and knowing. Okay? So mindfulness is like when you drink tea, right? Right? So you pick up the cup, right? And then you drink the tea. You know you're supposed to drink the tea. You remember that you have to drink the tea, right? So you pick up the cup, and then you are fully focused on drinking the tea. That is mindfulness. That means you're not picking up your handphone. You're picking up the cup of tea. The act of drinking is mindfulness. That means at that particular time, yes, you have that kind of understanding. I am drinking tea. And then when the tea touches your tongue, the cup touches your mouth, and then you feel the sensation of the tea and the taste of the tea, the heat, the temperature, the cup, the texture, and everything. That experience that you get, the direct experience of your tongue touching the cup, your tongue touching the tea is called, and then you just know what it tastes like. You just know what it feels like. That is awareness, that experience. Okay? And then a little bit more than that, you still don't really know it's tea. If I blindfold you and I ask you to pick up the cup of tea, and then you put the cup of tea there, you have the mindfulness of picking it up and drinking the tea. That much you have an understanding, right? And then when you put your mouth at the tea in the cup, and then that texture, the taste, and everything, that direct experience of drinking the tea, at that time it's like, so this is what it tastes like. And then knowing says that, excuse me, this tea is sweet, this tea is hot, this tea is good, this tea is like that. So you just know this is Assam tea, this is Darjeeling tea, this is Bo tea. You just know your brew coffee, you know. People know their coffee very well. You know it's latte, cappuccino, espresso, whatever it is, you know, right? But how will you know if you don't directly experience it? So now, in order to be more focused in life, whatever that you do when you are taking steps, the act of taking the step, the act of knowing that you need to focus on the step, that focus, and to direct your mind to that focus is called mindfulness. And the experience of the step is called, and then you know, this is, just now you say you are very aware, right? That is awareness. And then the knowing is when you start to understand deeply as to what joy this brings you, what focus it brings you. You start to really understand the value of focusing on this is called knowing. So driving, okay, you take your key, you open the door. Usually you take your key, open the door, don't know whether, when you reach home you don't even know actually how many of you actually knew you were driving. It's just an automatic thing, right? Next time you drive, you take your key, you know you're taking the key. When you open the car door, you know you're opening the car door. When you're sitting down, you know you feel the seat and your butt, and you feel your ignition, you're touching the key touching the ignition, and you hear car is started. Then you can look at your gear, D. Then your leg, you know your left leg is going towards what? The brake. And your right leg is going towards the accelerator. You know, you feel, okay, then you're comfortable, zoom, you press the accelerator, you go. And while you are driving, you can continuously feel your bum on the chair. You can feel your hands on the steering wheel. Your eyes, you know it's fixated on everything. You are consciously focusing, but not artificial. You are just focusing and getting more clarity. That is mindfulness. That means you remember to note everything that happens in your life moment to moment is called mindfulness. And then the experience of driving. I'm driving so fast. This is what it feels like to drive fast. This is what it feels like to be 140 kilometers an hour. Speed kills. No, actually speed does kill, but you feel, this how, and then suddenly you brake. Never wear seatbelt. Okay, but luckily I survived. Then the next thing you put seatbelt, then you brake. Again you have to brake. Then you realize, you feel your body touching the seatbelt and then bouncing back. You can feel the momentum bouncing back. Then you become aware. This is near-death experience without seatbelt. Then you know the value of the seatbelt. So that's how mindfulness translates to awareness. Awareness translates into knowing. Knowing will translate into insight. Insight becomes enlightenment. So we are in the stage of ignorance. So if you ask me, where are we in that line? We are in the state of automatic mode. Ignorance, don't know anything, just blindly don't care. So we are not living in the present moment. Present moment people don't like to hear. What is present moment? Present moment means whatever you do, you can feel. Whatever you do, you know your hand is going up. You know your mouth is opening. You know what kind of, how your tongue is rolling to take out that sound. That level, okay? And now when you wake up, when you get up, and now your ears, you know you're listening to me. You know your body is rooted to the ground. And when you stand up, you know how it feels like. Your body, one leg stretching, one leg going this way, that way. Then when you stand up, you know your body is straight. Then when you turn, you know you're turning. When you're looking, you know you're looking. Then when you're walking, you know your one step, you know your. So the very quality of remembering to note every single thing that experience in your life is called mindfulness. So people say, no mindfulness, one are you? This is a very Buddhist way of saying. Buddhists like to tell people, you're not mindful. But do you know what is mindfulness? Mindfulness is moment to moment noting of every single thing that you do in your life. Then that will reclaim your agency, which means that the agency that you gave the autopilot, I don't know who is the autopilot, bring it back, get the remote control back, control your life moment to moment. When you walk, you know you're walking. When you talk, you know you're talking. When you are on the toilet bowl, you know what you're doing. Brushing teeth, you know what you're brushing. When you're sleeping, you know you're sleeping. When you're about to put your body on the bed, you know. So this very beautiful experience of all the time knowing that you're stepping on the ground, knowing that you're touching the steering wheel, knowing that your tongue is touching the cup, that is life. That is truly being alive. And that is how you enhance your focus. And how you can enhance your focus is by truly being in the here and now. You don't have focus because you're always in the handphone. You're not focused because you're always in the future. You're not focused because you're always in the past. You're not focused because you're grabbing at something that you like. Oh, my handphone, I love it. So many messages. And then you don't like exam, you don't like Dr. Karma's class, you don't like lah. So you're not focused because your energy is always going fast, future, like, dislike, good smell, good sound, good taste. Your mind is everywhere outside there, except noting the beautiful small little things like listening to the chirps of the bird and remembering to note that there is something other than fake phones, fake things in life, all these things are made things. You are the original one. Nature is the original one. Learn how to come back to nature. Learn how to note things that are there through the power of nature, and that is you, your breath, your movement, the sensations in your body. And then later classes I will teach you how to note your mind, your thoughts. You will be so grounded that your mental energy, because it's not being dissipated to the past, future, like dislike, going into the five senses, eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, going here, going there, being dispersed all the time. So now I've taught you how to conserve your mental energy, come back to your breath, in, out, moment to moment, noting. Your mind becomes super clear, and then every day you do this, you can remember everything. And the more you do, meditators can go into the past life. Not only you do what you do now, you remember. You knew what you did yesterday. You can remember 1 week ago, very clear. Suddenly you can remember episodes from your childhood without prompting. Then suddenly, your mind will go back to the past life. How is that possible? Through the energy of mindfulness. So if you are one person who wants to know who you were in the past, very, very inquisitive, I suggest that you learn how to practice moment-to-moment awareness, and that is through the energy of mindfulness. But I'm not asking you to do it now. I'm just saying that it is possible. It may or may not happen. Okay? Any questions before I end the class? There's another 2 minutes, 3 minutes for final Q&A, because I incorporated the Q&A inside the class. So that's why I explained the theory to you at the end. And you know what? When you can hear your voice, I am karma, everything becomes so clear. It's like I can even go into the vibration and be in the vibration and know how it feels like. Everything is crystal clear. That means that is 100% focus. And focus comes from mindfulness. And through focus, if you want to focus, you need to evoke the energy of mindfulness. That is, remember to note. So meditation starts from noting the breath. That is called breathing in and out meditation, anapanasati, we did last week. The mindfulness of breathing in and breathing out from the Satipatthana Sutra. Okay? So today I brought you a little bit into learning what is your body in the body. Soon you will go to learning your feelings. Then soon you will go to understanding your mind. Every week you go deeper. So today we got in touch with our bodies. How does it feel? You feel something change or not inside your mind? That you are a little bit more grounded now, or you're still all over the place? Or am I the only one in this room who has a bit of a shift? I have slowed down. I am taking note of things moment to moment, and there's an inner peace that is coming because I just let things be. Do you feel, or am I just the only one? If you don't feel, it's fine. But this is what you will feel if you're 100% into that guided meditation. Any other questions? One last chance before I close shop for today. Any comments, suggestions?
Sore.
Hmm?
I feel sore.
Your feet feels sore.
I'm not used to sitting for
Okay,
long periods.
right. So now, next time, you can change your position. If very difficult, you can sit on the chair. Have compassion for yourself, but at the same time, you note your feet sore. There is sore in your feet, but it's not your sore. It's just pain. It's not your pain. Understand? Don't take ownership of something that doesn't belong to you. It's like there is rubbish on the floor. You don't say that's my rubbish. There is rubbish on it, right? Who would want to take agency and control over the rubbish ownership? No one, right? But all this rubbish, that this sensation that come up, pain, all the negative things, so we jump to go and take ownership of all these negativities, because it identifies, it arises from our so-called self. It may arise from our self, so-called self, but it is not permanent. And once you just observe it and don't take ownership of it, don't latch on to it as me, mine, let it go, it disappears. So sooner or later through the training, you will be sitting here next week, a bit better. Sooner or later you will realize that, I let it come lah, the soul, I let it go lah. It was just a soul, it was not my soul. By the way, my soul is the name of a place in South India, in the state of Karnataka. Sorry, I make jokes out of everything.
If I get sick,
Sorry?
if I get sick and I feel pain all over my body, the only way to stop the pain realistically is to take medication, right?
If your pain is caused by something, if your pain is life-threatening, obviously you've got to go to the doctor. First thing is you must get medical attention. Must, unless it's something mild, and and you know how to handle it. It's something within your realm of experience. If it is a heart attack, if it is a very terrible stomach pain, or something which is like trauma-induced, of course you need to get medical attention. But while getting that medical attention, how to relate it? How can you control your mind? How can you respond? How to respond? Respond by just breathing in and breathing out, breathing in and breathing out. You just breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Don't focus on that part. Focus on something else. And if it becomes overwhelming, you just gently bring your mind back to your breath. Gently bring your mind back to your breath. Or you visualize something beautiful, visualize something peaceful, visualize something which is like aeons, millions of miles away from that intense pain. Right? But if it is just a very small pain, a small headache, if you can, observe it to the torch of mindfulness. So mindfulness is like you're watching a movie in the dark. Usually it's like the movie of our life is going on, right? But it's like us sitting in a movie theater. The movie is going on but no lights. So we don't know what the hell is going on. We're just in automatic mode. So the movie is just going on. Suddenly somebody comes in and ons the light in the theater. Okay? And then say that, okay, this is the movie. So I mean ons the projector light. The movie is going on but no light, how to see the screen. Correct or not? So mindfulness is like the light, the torch that shines on your day-to-day, moment-to-moment experience. And if you care enough to look at it, and your mind will become brighter and brighter, more and more focused. So you shine your mind on the pain, so-called pain, which is not your pain. Don't take ownership of the pain, not my pain, not his pain. Yeah? It's just pain is pain. Just look. But not look at it like very hard. Just observe as you're watching TV. Slowly, it becomes apparent that it was there for a short while, and then it just goes away. It just disappears. So you're in pain. Massive pain. Yeah. So did you get the gist of the meditation today? So the meditation is to not to grasp at things outside, but to come back inside and note what is happening in the inner universe. to the gateway of the breath. So the breath, slowly but surely, is actually a bridge between your mind and your body, is the breath. So today, I ask you to observe the breath, and then observe how the breath and the body are connected. How the bodily sensations, you watch, you ground yourself, and then you find some mental space. How many of you got some mental space today? You created some mental, you reclaim your mental space. Just through a simple exercise, you suddenly found some, got some place to stay. Like all the clutter, temporarily the clutter just fizzled away. And you felt more at peace. And if you do that every day, so if you can't do that, too complicated, I give you one more solution. If what Dr. Tenzin taught you, the pranayama, is actually the pranayama means, actually it is like pran means life force energy, yama is control. So you're controlling your life force energy, you're actually rebalancing your chi. Prana, chi, same thing. So every day we lose a lot of mental energy through worries, anxieties, negative emotions. So morning you wake up, so you're rebalancing your energy, and evening before you sleep, don't bring those negative energies into your sleep. Cut it off using pranayama. So morning also, your laziness from the sleep, then you cut off using pranayama, rejuvenate your mind, and then when you are stuck in situations that you're so anxious, don't know what to do, overwhelming, cannot take it, feel so scared, feel so inadequate, feel trembling, you feel anxious, like suddenly you cannot function anymore. Remember to do the pranayama that Dr. Tenzin taught you just now. It's very important. Pranayama is the first aid, because sometimes it's so overwhelming life, you don't know what to do, you just go to one corner somewhere, you practice your pranayama, you come back to yourself, come back to yourself. Okay, so we have to end the session now, so we will do a very quick dedication. You want to do? So we do a very quick one, and then we will end. So dedication of merits is just whatever positive potential that we have gained today, we are just going to share it with all living beings to make them, to spread positivity, because this world is a lot of negative energy. So the positive energy now, we share it with those who are sick, those who are dying, those anyone who may be having a hard time like you. Send the positive energy to your feet, to your toes. Tell your toes, I love you, and let your body rejuvenate, okay? Sunam diye tamje zipa diye thobnye nye be danam pamje ne kiga nache bala prupai sepe sole dowa risho jamju simcho rinpoche make panam ke juji yamba me payango ne gondo pe waisho. Thank you very much. May all beings be happy. May all beings be happy. May all beings be happy. Sabbe Sattva Bhavantu Sukhita.